Hi, everybody.
Hello.
We are so excited to introduce our friend Nicole. Everybody, this is Nicole.
Hello,
Nicole, this is everybody.
everybody. I've always wanted to meet everybody.
Yeah, here they are.
Oh,
Nicole,
it takes a minute
sorry.
for everybody to pop in. So
Yeah, no worries.
all
Yeah,
right.
Nicole, Debbie, and I, we all used to live near each other, and we'd get together every, what was it, Tuesday or Wednesday?
Tuesday. I think you're right. Yeah, Tuesday.
Yeah. And we got to save the world.
We did.
Yeah, we sure
And
did.
they just left me one at a time, and I'm
We
still there.
did.
And
know.
I sit on Tuesday mornings alone and
We're
cry.
like,
It's fine.
horrifying. Yeah.
Terrible. We were terrible friends.
We are.
If anybody has abandonment issues, I feel you.
So, but I would love everybody to know a little bit about you, Nicole. But before we do that, I do have to show you.
Okay.
Before we dive in, before we talk about you, Nicole.
Okay, please.
You guys recognize this?
Oh, I have mine too.
Oh my
I have
gosh.
mine too.
Oh, wow.
Let me see if
Yeah.
I can find it.
That's a long time ago.
This is a long time ago. This is Nicole did this for us. Oh, there's yours. Yeah.
Those were
Our symbols.
symbols that came to me that,
And
for whatever reason, have to do with each of them.
And I have so many more.
Oh, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So I thought, oh, I want to do that too. And you will not find any of the ones I did in here because, yeah, not going to happen. But I love this one too.
Oh yeah, that was our triunity.
Triunity. Mm-hmm. Anyways, I have the whole thing right here.
Oh, that's so sweet. I love that.
So even though you didn't come with us on our journeys, you came with us on our journeys.
That's right. I made sure you took rocks to remind.
Yes.
Lay you down.
So I guess that's a segue for Nicole, the artist, the intuitive artist.
Yeah.
There you go. Well, that's one of my made-up titles. I'm Nicole, and I am actually a therapist, although I am only here for entertainment purposes today. But I do therapy, and yes, there it is. And my specialties are trauma and everything else that pops in. But I also have practiced some of the intuitive stuff with JJ for a long time and with Debbie for a long time. And it's kind of been a while. So I'm really excited to get back into it and see whatever comes.
Yay. Yeah. And are you still teaching?
I'm teaching. I teach at SDSU in San Diego. So teaching, therapizing, raising teenagers. I mean,
your plate is not full.
Trauma. Yeah. Experiencing the trauma of all of that.
So if I just wish I could describe what it's like when we were together, just so y'all could get a picture. But it was just, I can't tell you, it was so just amazing to me and fulfilling to me to find other like-minded freaks. But you feel so crazy, right? You just sorry to use that word. You feel so different and out
alone,
alone. And we found each other, and we're just like, oh my gosh, we're all a little different.
We are.
Well, it actually started with I remember JJ with our kids were really little, and my daughter was having a lot of psychic experiences, and just it was felt like it was kind of growing to this point where I needed support with what to do and how to handle it. And then I remember going to you, JJ, and saying like, okay, you might think I'm crazy, but I want to share with you what's going on. And it was so perfect. And she was like, yeah, perfect. I love this stuff. And so we, in a way, my daughter brought us together in that level. We were already friends. And so.
Yeah. I remember the first day I met you was in kindergarten because I think my kid was holding on to my leg and your kid was holding on to your leg, and you came up to us and you're just like, hi.
I actually picked you from across the room. I was like, which parents can I be friends with?
Yeah, you probably saw me panicking like, oh my God, I'm killing my kid.
Yeah, and then our kids ran off together holding hands to play in the playground. So
yeah.
Oh, yay.
And can you tell him the story about your mandalas and your like how they tell the future when we were in Sedona? This is a good story.
So I draw mandalas. They're just designs for I started getting into it with Jung. So Carl Jung used to use mandalas as a way to check in with your soul, like to see what's going on by putting it in an artistic form. And so I started getting into that practice. And then when JJ and I were in Sedona together, I would start the morning by drawing a mandala, and was finding that the themes of the mandala would represent things that happened later that day. So we started to, laugh about it, but then also kind of more about tuning in. And I think because we were in that place and in that intention, that it was a really powerful connection. And I think what's really important, like we slip in and out of that connection because of the busyness of our lives and the things that happen. But yeah, that was pretty fun. I don't know if you had another specific story, but
no, that was it. I'd get Nicole up super early.
Go sit on airport
Mesa.
Yeah.
And she would sit there with all of her markers, and I would go for a hike. And by the time I came back, the future was foretold.
I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're pretty.
And I'm really loving, you have a giraffe just like looking right over your shoulder.
Right. My parents are very big into art. And so my kids have been walking around the house looking at all the different art, but they've got some wonderful pieces up, and they've downsized. So they had to get rid of a lot, but they've managed in their smaller house to still fill the walls. So that's our little giraffe.
You have giraffe. That's your giraffe with us. Oh, it might be a female. I feel like it's a girl.
Yeah. She has that energy.
She does.
Yeah. It's not messing around.
Not messing around. I love it. Well, welcome to this time with the family here. I'm so excited. I see a lot of the family here. And so, JJ, you want to tell them kind of your intention for the time together?
So the wheelhouse is about when you think about what's in your wheelhouse, like what's your expertise and what's outside of your wheelhouse. We just wanted to bring in the best experts that we have. And here we are.
Here we are.
Your experts are waiting for your questions. And we just wanted to really come together. And I think one of the biggest things that we're really good at is, sometimes making big things a little bit more doable, because we like to laugh our way through it. We've got some pretty funny spirit guides. And I think, how do you guys want to do this? We could do spirit readings, unless you guys wanted to do specific questions. What do you guys feel like?
Just throw it out there.
Throw it out there.
I do feel there's a couple that have specific questions. But yeah, open it up. A lot of people like to get the spirit message too.
Yeah.
And Nicole, can you see the comments?
It'll say private.
And now I've switched to comments and I can.
Okay. All right.
There's people.
Here's the people.
I forgot to tell you where to.
Okay. All right. Fantastic. All right.
Awesome.
Yeah, so if you have some questions,
I'm going to go ahead and star them as they come in. And we
yeah,
can-
if you want some,
Thank you, Viviani.
yes, thank you.
And Kevin's here. Kevin, the
All
healing.
right. So Desert Dawn is asking, does my mom or spirit?
Yeah.
Oh, it just slipped away. Hold on. Have any messages? Okay.
Yeah, she's the first one. So go ahead and throw them up here, and messages from spirit or as specific ones is fine. And hi, Desert Dawn. Does my mom or spirit have any messages for me? I'm feeling Desert. I'm feeling a new energy coming in here for you. It's I'm feeling a like you know how guides come and go depending on what's going on in your life and what you're doing or what you're learning or growing and like that. This is an animal guide, so this is a new one for me. And I'm getting shown a picture of a cheetah. And if I knew this was going to happen, I would have brought. I am psychic. I should have known. I would have brought over my animal cards to throw with this, but the cheetah. Does anybody know about the cheetah?
Well, I do have the expertise of the wild krats that my kids watched.
Okay.
They're really
lot of wisdom there.
fast, but they can't run fast for a really long time.
Short spurts.
Yeah, so pick and choose your battles. That's what the wild krats say.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You can choose your battles. That's interesting.
What's interesting is I grabbed one stack of cards when I was leaving my house 7 hours ago because I just drove to Arizona. And I think it's my spirit animal cards. So I can go grab those. They're right next door. So
yeah,
the real psychic is here, guys.
they're in the next bedroom. So
perfect.
Cheetahs are sprinters. Yeah.
Thank you, Lisa.
Okay. Let's see.
That's fun that you got that, Debbie. I was getting something unique too. I was getting like this pink cloud energy. It almost looked a little bit like cotton candy, but it's something in nature. Not that cotton candy isn't natural, but it was this beautiful like pink cloud energy that was coming in.
Oh, I wonder if that's her mom then, because she just lost her mom.
Oh, that makes me sad.
Yeah.
And they also made me like the physical feeling of something going on in my side of my belly. So Desert Dawn, are you having, is your digestion all right, or would you like a little energy there? If that has anything to do with you. Kevin says the cheetah medicine has wonderful abilities to handle obstacles and challenges with such grace.
Okay, that sounds right.
Okay, so you do have some sudden pain. Okay.
Okay.
So is it okay to jump in here?
Yeah. Time.
So Desert Dawn, I don't have my animal cards. I actually ended up having my earth magic cards, and the card that I pulled is the rain card, purification. And so I opened it up. I wasn't sure all that this entails. And of course, the first thing that pops out on this page about rain is let yourself feel your grief, truly feel it, so that the rivers of your tears become miniature baptisms that help heal the wounds in your soul. If necessary, detoxify your body, the temple and seat of the soul, by changing your diet or doing a cleanse or simply drinking more water. Increasing the daily amount of water you drink with deep appreciation for its purpose to revitalize your spirit. It's no wonder that in some indigenous languages, water is called lifeblood, as it is an essential form of life on earth. Take time to purify. So that really honed in on the grief aspect of this and that need for cleansing, right? Kind of internal, external cleansing. And if the feeling I'm getting is that very, that feeling of like walking out when there's a rain, but you're covered, you have a coat on. And so it's a really warm, beautiful experience. So I don't know if that's your mom's energy or what her energy brings into this. It can be hard to connect with newly crossed over spirits. Not to say that people can't or that she can't, but sometimes I find that we get messages about what we need to do while they're doing what they need to do. So we can come together.
The one thing she is showing me here as well, and it correlates with what you got, your card there. But what your mom is showing me is her tears. So it's interesting to me because I've not seen this before, but Dawn, everything's new with you, right? But she's showing me almost like in her life review time where she came into some great understanding, and these tears are for you because she was able to step into your position of receiving something, your end as the receiver of something, and her tears of understanding came in pretty strong there. And so I feel like she wanted you to know that. But how beautiful and enlightened her heart is in this space. And I asked her to pull a card for you, and she pulled the dolphin. And isn't that, it just looks like heaven, right? Or, like what you would think of as heart heaven. It just, the dolphins are there. Atlantis is actually what it is here. And it said the words, healing wisdom is surfacing, and she's listening, right? So that healing wisdom she's gaining, understanding, and those tears with you in those moments. So it's past, present, and past, present, and future tears with you, that understanding. So if you align with her in this, Dawn, you both can heal. She can heal. You can heal. She said, oh, Debbie, we had a difficult relationship up until about 6 years ago. We became very close. Good.
I like the connection between both of your readings about the tears, the water. So I'll just call in from my people to yours. And this could be for anybody, just calling in that healing. If we're talking about water, we have a lot of water that makes us up, and there's a way to energize it. So you can just put your hands on any part of your body, So for Desert Dawn, it might be her heart space. It could be her belly. I mean, you have two hands. You can put it in two different places. And we'll just ask Spirit to help energize the water inside of our body, energizing it. Tutano katana shtitano tanu kayewa ina tanu shtita kitano wayewa. Energizing it so it's like catching the music, the lyrics of life. Katutanu kano kakayewa. Anu nana shtita yena tanu shtita. Panu nana tanu katano shtitai. Energizing the water in our body. Kukayewa. The perfect vibration for our healing at this time. Ka kukayewa. Tanuna kukayewa tatuka. Ina tanuka shi tanukayewa. And just relaxing your shoulders. Asking for better circulation. Thanking our body for letting us know when we are thirsty. Is anybody picking up any more for Desert Dawn?
I keep getting pulled towards Sue Ann and Colin. So I don't want to, but anything else that comes obviously for Desert Dawn, I want to make sure we honor that too. Just feeling the mixed energy.
Okay.
Okay. Blessings to you, Dawn. We will continue to hold space for you.
Jem,
I wanted to share that, yeah.
Yeah, Jem, that's amazing that the dry riverbed came through. Did you paint it or you want to paint it? I can't wait to see what that looks like.
I want to paint it.
Wow.
Yeah, awesome.
Beautiful.
Okay.
You're welcome, Desert Dawn. Sorry for your loss.
Yeah, that's a tough one. All right.
Nicole, you said you were picking up something for someone?
Yeah, I was looking for their name. I don't.
Sue Ann is asking about messages from her son, Colin.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like there's two parts that I'm picking up on. One is like where he was, and then one is where he is. And the where he is a very different energy where he's, I mean, not necessarily a different energy, but a exuberant energy where he's recognizing all of these ways that time is a construct, right? Like that past, present, and future are not truly as they seem to us on Earth. And I see him touching things, like he touches things. And it's not that I don't necessarily see him moving things or doing, but it's like he touches the surface and then it almost like a giggle because it's like, I've touched that. And there's a sharing of energy, a little bit of a mischievous kind of energy that goes with the touching things. But the first energy that came in was a heavier energy, and I don't know. Sometimes it's hard because I can only begin to imagine your grief and your sadness is so all encompassing that sadness is obviously present and blended with him. Um, and I'm going to spend a little more time with this because I don't want to speak out of turn here, but there is an apology in there, and I'm trying to get in touch.
There she goes, messing with the. This is what happens, you guys. We forgot to tell you that that she destroys anything electronic because her energy.
Yeah.
We can't even. We have to make her stay outside the store when we go in because she shuts down
the computers, the registers.
registers.
She's our electric friend, Mrs. Electric.
But as we wait for her to pop back on, your son comes in. Colin comes in. He's opening up the refrigerator, and he gives me this. He gives me the image of that you have that there's like magnets on the refrigerator holding like stuff on there and so forth, and so he gives me that image that how you have a refrigerator and you have magnets and you post things up there on the fridge with that. Anyway, but he's opening up that fridge, right? So sorry. Oh my gosh.
Hi.
We explained, Nicole.
Okay. My God. I'm very sorry. I'm going to move myself further back from the computer. What on earth?
So he's showing me also that opening up of that refrigerator and like looking for food. What's for dinner, Mom? That type of feel. And I feel it's endearing. It's an endearing memory of some sort for you of him doing that. But Nicole, if you want to try again, you can.
I don't. Yeah, we'll see how that goes. God.
Nicole has to do readings from the other room.
Yeah, so classic. And I've been like, no, it's been good lately. I haven't freaked out any computers lately. And then of course I get on today. Bam. So
thank you so much. That sounds like him. That's so much like him. Yeah.
I'll just jump in real quick, and they brought me to the lower back.
Thank you, Anne.
And so when I think of, and my back feels better now that I mentioned it. So it's one of those things where when Debbie was saying that it's a playful energy, I almost feel like he's coming from behind you. And kids think things are funny when they're not funny. And I see him pushing you from the back, like you don't see him coming. And so they're bringing me to the lower back. And if you have any tightness there, I'm just trying to imagine that loosening up and that relaxing.
So Debbie, you were picking up on the playful energy too? The like.
Yeah, no, somebody running from behind and pushing.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So funny. Because definitely to see the like the touching and the like even touching on your shoulder, maybe you might feel something randomly and
Yeah, definitely playing with you, Sue-Ann. Yeah. He's saying that he might not have said this, or I don't, I don't have context here with this, but like you were his best friend, whether he said it or not. You were the only one that truly understood him. And again, I don't have context for that either. We can't talk back. Well, I mean, it's hard when. Okay, so and I happened to look over and she says, he will not be happy with what is on the fridge. And he is a bit of a trickster, but there's something he kept showing me on the refrigerator. I didn't hone in on it though, but he did show that, but he just opened it up. It's almost like, it's okay. You can leave that there. He was just showing the inside, but this other piece, he wanted you to know that, and that for your mom heart, that you were his best friend. And he may not have been able to tell you that. He may have just been the typical, kiddo or whatever. I don't know how old he was when he passed, but that's how he sees you.
Captain Morgan is wondering if he moves the magnets on the fridge.
Interesting.
I have a little better sense of the I'm sorry that was coming up. It's and that was right when the computer went off, and so there was, I think, the intensity of that feeling there was part of what was going on. But there's a recognition, just an acknowledgement of the pain that his passing caused you, and while he's okay, he still has that, obviously, that sense of holding your sadness, Sue Ann, and holding all of the experience of that loss. And so I feel sad, like I'm feeling the sadness right now. And again, that's where oh, I love that. Okay, Sue Ann just wrote, helping parents heal. And that's your magnet on your refrigerator. Well, yeah, keep an eye on it.
There you go. Yeah. Yeah, that's good. Does he have a sibling, Sue Ann? He's highlighting a female here. And that I feel like this person writes, two brothers. Did he have, who is this female? How old was he, Sue Ann? Would have this been someone he knew from school, or?
He has two brothers.
Yeah. So he was 32. So this was a female. So it might not be a sibling. I mean, obviously not if he has two brothers, because they would have written to him, like after he passed, they would have written little letters to him, missing him, but being in contact with him like that.
Not everybody in Colin's circle and world is as open to his presence. I'm seeing, like, when somebody's trying to sort of reach out, and it's not that they're pushed away or anything, but it's like they can't, there's a bit of a barrier with some of the people that he loved the most as well. And that said, he's also incredibly understanding about it, very patient about it. It's not like he's frustrated because he's like recognizing the timelessness of all of this, right? So he's just like, it's cool. I'll get there eventually. And maybe one of the brothers is part of that.
Awesome. Yeah, he is a wonderful.
Yes.
I'm really loving his spirit. His whole essence is wonderful. He's so much. He's just joy right now. What he's showing me is just joy. So, and light, and he wants people to laugh more. He's like, just laugh more. He wants to bring that joy back in. Yeah. He wants joy back in. But he loves you, Sue-Ann. And look for signs. He is around. And he shows me moving things. So again, I think someone else saw him moving.
Yeah, the magnets.
Yeah, so I do see him moving things. So you can blame the missing keys on him. We are giving you a hug. Blessings to you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you've seen many signs. Oh, good. Yeah, he'll keep doing it. You keep telling him, letting him know what you. It sure helps, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Merrily. Hello, Merrily. Hopefully you're still here. And if you did ask a question, please stay because it's too hard to, are you still here? And like that. So what messages do my guides have for me at this time? Blue face, smiling face, blue face, smiling face. All right. Merrily.
Ooh, my ears just went cuckoo crazy.
Ooh.
Merrily, do you hear spirits?
I was just going to say she's getting an upgrade.
Yeah.
Right?
Wow.
I'm getting my silly spirit. So I have some.
She's still here. Thank you, Merrily.
Ridiculous spirit guides who are, they're kind of like Snap Crackle Pop. They're little elves who are like chefs. But with Merrily's question, I saw them like, okay, let's just see. And they're putting these ingredients in a bowl and they're mixing it up and they're like waiting. We're going to find out what this recipe is. Which the fact that they're coming in tells me that kind of linking on to the message that we were just talking about, Colin, is to really invite laughter and humor and lightness of being into whatever you're approaching next, even the things that are the heaviest for us. We can find an angle on it that shows us the lightness of it or the silliness of it, or just allows us to connect with the temporariness of whatever's going on, so that we can find ways to laugh. And laughter is like that cleansing rain, right? It's a way of cleansing your insides and putting that and extending the energy to the people around you. So inviting laughter. Let's see what else comes up here.
It also, in doing that, Nicole, it just really did that frequency change for her. It'll up your vibe.
Yeah.
Right? It literally changes your frequency, that laughter. And your spirit team is tapping on your shoulder.
Yeah, they're bringing up. I remember Nicole was. This is a reading I got for Nicole where it's like if you're having a hard time hearing something, like if your ears are ringing or something, there's different ways you can go about doing it. You can put your hands behind your ears. I remember with Nicole, it was something about a fan, like being near a fan.
Yeah, like white noise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And and there's different ways. Just be really playful. Like if your ears are ringing, or you might feel like there is a presence, or you're meditating. It's like you can always just play around with it, and with different. Just think of yourself as like a radio dial, and just see if you can play around and have fun with it. Like don't be so serious about it. It's supposed to be playful, and just see if you can can you feel something? Can you hear something? Like just play around with your hands and move around. Just be playful with it.
One more thing that came to me is, and I hopefully Merrily, you will be able to apply this to whatever's going on. But we deal a lot in our lives with dialectics, right? Things that feel like they're in opposition to each other. Oh, your ears were ringing last night. Perfect. With dialectics, and we think like, I want to start this new job, but I am afraid about this, or I really like this person, but they're this, and the but is the thing that makes it opposition. And so to replace that but with an and, right? Like, I really want this new job, and I'm worried that I won't have enough money. I really like this person, and they are different than I am in these ways. And that and allows it to be integrated into the whole. So it feels like a struggle sometimes between having boundaries and being vulnerable, because it's still in a dialectic, right? I want to have boundaries, but I want to be vulnerable, instead of I want to have boundaries and I want to be vulnerable. They can coexist.
I love that. Let me
That
take
makes the energy feels better.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's clearing something up. Yeah, the and opens up space. My heart chakra opens up when I can recognize that I have two longings or wishes or ideas, and they can both exist in me, right? Rather than having to decide which one I allow in, or somehow rejecting one side of it. And so I'm not sure how that might apply to a decision you're making, or potentially a relationship, or relationships in general. The balance of boundaries and vulnerability.
Well, I do see something new coming in. You have the Ace of Wands coming in here, very creative feel to it, but you're the creator, right? Because I have the Page of Wands. So you're the creator. It's offering this. It's for you. It's spirit led, and with the ringing and all of that leveling up, we like to say sometimes, and opening expansion for you. And connecting your spirit team is, like I said, like tapping on your shoulders there. And they're calling you out. It's time to come down and shine the light for others. There's something for you to give here. There's you are the messenger here. What?
They say that it makes sense.
Oh, yeah, you are the messenger here. And so wherever this energy fits, I see it, of course, as, it's this awakening for you, where you are able to receive messages from your spirit team and hear them and like that. But this also can go into other relationships and so forth, what you're saying, Nicole, and wherever it fits for you. Again, it's hard when we don't have full context.
Sure.
Yeah. And I as well as the white noise that Nicole was mentioning, water, like in the shower or in the bathtub, really works for me as well. And I do have times where my ears ring and I don't know why. So I'm just like, okay, thanks. There, if you want to tell me something, find another way, and just have a little chit chat, be playful with it.
And ask questions of it, right? Sometimes I find that if I just say like, does this mean this? And I sit with that for a minute. Does this mean that? And I sit with that, or even using your pendulum and kind of seeing what you get. For me,
Yeah.
the ringing ears is generally spirits in the room, right?
Yeah.
So I'll be sitting with clients and have all of a sudden like bzzz, and it's usually on one side or the other. So that is, I experience that as
We're not alone.
what's that?
We're not alone.
Yeah, we're not alone. Yeah, yeah. If I experience it too much, my computer goes off. So hold off for a minute. But yeah, well,
Yeah, it's like, okay, so there's a shift going on here, a frequency upgrade, or there is that I'm tapped into one of those ley line shift things that are going on and up like that. And or like you guys said, asking for, okay, so is there a message here that I'm supposed to receive? Am I supposed to be paying attention to something right now?
Yeah.
Did I turn off the stove? Are you telling me something here? But yeah. So it definitely, though, across the board is you are connecting in those moments. All right. I do want to go here because a couple of people want to know about this.
Yeah, the insomnia.
Yeah, let me find it. I have it starred here.
Thank you for pushing my buttons, Debbie.
I'm pushing her buttons, you guys. Yeah,
white light.
So this will be a good one for everyone.
Yeah.
Thank you for asking it, Captain Morgan.
And as you know, Captain Morgan, spirits love the middle of the night. And that 2 to 3 to 4 a.m. time, it is such an active time that I think even if you just wake up a little bit and you and have any kind of connection, it can be activating. So that isn't a solution. That's just one possible part of the experience, but it may be helpful to sit in that when you wake up, if you're having a hard time falling asleep, or when you wake up in the middle of the night, to acknowledge what's going on, and even to be able to, that's a great time to draw boundaries around yourself, that you don't have to be on and you don't have to receive things 24/7, and so you can surround yourself, envelop yourself in white light and in calm, and let the spirits or any other energy know that you're grateful for it. You will be happy to attend to it when you're awake in the morning.
And what I'm also getting here is that you are a sensitive or a empath, whatever word you want to use here, to that fits you feel best with. But basically, like what I would call an empath, I'm seeing that all over you, and empaths. You are tapping into the information highway, energy highway right here, as an empath, and connecting into the global stuff. And it's going to be even more sensitive when you're kind of in that very like in between time where you're just, you're relaxed and you're in the sleepy zone type thing. And so things will be stronger in those moments because you're kind of set aside. You're like in that sleepy zone. So your soul, your spirit is at play and working, like that. So that what happens though is that keeps you very sensitive and empath. Okay, so both those words you recognize. Okay, this is so in understanding that fully for you. Knowing before you go to sleep, you can set that up. Nicole was talking about that bubble and setting up that protection and closing down and asking your guides to, hey, I gotta sleep. I'll work on everything tomorrow as an empath and take that energy and bring it back to source. I'll do my job tomorrow with my empath abilities, but tonight I need to sleep, right? So set your intentions there. But I feel there's something unique to you as well with this empath ability that you have. There's something unique here for you that I haven't seen before. So let me sit with it for a second to try to find words to this ability that you have. But I feel like once you're able to kind of drive your own bus and this is your wheelhouse. It's nobody else's wheelhouse. So you're in charge. So kind of taking back that wheel.
Yeah, he says that he does that nightly with his intention.
Okay.
And the strongest form is like an egg, right? It's a very strong, and so instead of white light, just light in a cloud kind of thing, think about a solid egg that's protecting you, right? Like, so if it fills your space, but you're in it, because it has it has a strong shielding shell, but you're still in the light. You're still in the yolk of it. Debbie, are you picking up? Captain Morgan, do you cross people over?
Oh, I got a yes on that.
And it may be that you don't, but maybe you can. I don't know if that's something you've ever thought about or have tried or have even know what we're talking about, but I kept seeing, I was imagining.
He says he can. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Are you thinking that that's what's happening at night?
I'm thinking that's when the spirits are coming to you. That they see, right? They see the light of coming from you. And so they show up, they don't have very much sense of like earthly working hours. And so they're just like knock, knock, knock. And it's enough to alert you and wake you up. And up in the right-hand corner, maybe from where you're laying in bed, I don't know, but up in the right-hand corner, there's a place, there's a portal, or there's some passageway there. It's a very, of course, my silly guides are like showing these spirits like lined up with their numbers in their hand, like you pull at the store.
At the deli.
I've been waiting.
Number 21, serving number 21.
Exactly. Yeah. So they're so you may need to have more direct communication with these spirits to give them those boundaries about how you're going to attend to their need, but not allowing them to take away your sleep, which is so important.
Yeah.
Yes,
it sounds like he's doing the work.
Yeah. Yeah. Next. Exactly. Next. All right. Next.
Can I just jump in? I have to ask him a question.
Yeah.
So Captain Morgan, when I was checking in with just physical stuff, they brought me down to like one of your hip area. So I'm just not sure if you feel like you might have a little bit of stuck energy there, or if something's going on in that in that area that I don't know if that's something that might keep you up. But then is there a chance that you know how to turn your energy centers, your chakras on and off? Because I checked in with your energy centers
He
and
says
it was
yes, my
like,
right side.
yeah, they were off. Is there a reason why you turn them off, or just those, I call them energy centers. So I can work on your right side. And I'm also going to work on your energy centers, unless you want them to be closed. You can let me know what you want, and I'll let everybody else go on with what they're
You want
doing.
me to? No, I do not. I don't turn them off. He says.
Oh, you don't? Okay. Do you want me to open them up a little bit with you? Would that be okay? I was like, he really doesn't want them on. That's what I was reading.
But before you go into that, JJ, I want
Yeah.
to pass this message on too, because I feel like you can grab this on in when you're doing the healing part. Okay.
Okay.
So Captain Morgan, there's also some trauma here. There's some deep trauma here that has kind of come along with you. So, and it's all the energy is also triggering. So you wonder why you're like, I do all this stuff in dealing with, because I know I'm open and I know that I'm dealing with spirits coming and going and like that. However, there's also another part of you, like a child part of you, that is dealing with some trauma here. And so there's a narrative that's playing out in this child body. Oh yes, my stepfather. Okay. And so this part of you sits in the ego part, because they're like, wait, blah, blah, blah. And so then that starts spinning in your thoughts. So there's a change in narrative that needs to happen, and a healing here. So I wanted to add that in. And this is the part that you may wake up because of the energy, but that's the part that keeps you awake, is this child. So I wanted to throw that in, JJ, before you start throwing the healing. Okay, here we go. Here we go, Captain Morgan. We're going to start the healing.
And we can open those chakras and those energy centers with a lot of intention, that they're open to spirit and healing and what serves you and serves your soul, and not opening to
Okay.
Be further harmed or in pain. And in the middle of the nighttime is when we're the most in touch with the reality of the universe, that timelessness. So, in the middle of the night, you can be 5 or 6 and your age and older and all over so spending a little time nurturing that little 5 or 6-year-old self.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And maybe having a conversation with him as well, while you're also having a message for the spirit energy that's coming in.
Tanu tanu kato katana shti tanana tananana kinatanan kitanana yewa tano e nama kakayewa ye nana kitano kayewa pato e nama shiwa tano na kukayewa no ishtitai ano tano shtitai. So pouring the light tatu tano shtita into the chakras, eta yeta yeta na yena ui ayena taoshina ayena nakakita na yaomai kai tano nana kitano inamashiwai tuina kako yewa shena maye ano nana tu tano kayewa yewa tata no ishtitai aye tano kayewa ona nana kitano ishtita tanai pato tano kayewa ye tanai Ayena tano kayewa. Yena tano katanoshtita. They're stuck a little bit here in the middle. Koi tanoshtita kitana kanakiwa. Anaye, that's the message stuck in the middle. Kato tanoshtita ye tanakayewa. Ayena tanoshtita titano kayewa. If you'd like to let go of that thought pattern of being stuck in the middle, they say you can go ahead and dig a hole and bury the stuck in the middle feeling. Tanui katoshitano nana kitanoshitao tano kayewa shewa nano kayewa ayetano kayewa ayetano kayewa. And just asking spirit to fill up that area with the golden healing light right in the middle of your body. Thank you. Kakokayewa yena tanoshtita. They say you're gold. Katatanoshtita kitanoshtitai. Ayena ayayewa yewana tano ayeshtitano kayewa. Panotanoshtitano na kitanoshtitai. Ayeta, ayena, itanoshtita, kitanoshtita. They're bringing in the smell of like evergreens, pine. Kutanoshtita, yetanokayewa. Ayeta, ayeta, atanokayewa. Ayena noshtita, yinama okayewa, tanaka. Yes, tanukayewa. So if you like, bring in things that smell good to you. Pato tanoshtita, like the pine needles. Titanoshtita no kaiwa. I'm feeling the side easing up a little bit. It goes to the back as well. And it makes my shoulder go out of whack too. You know, when you have like something going on, like if you hurt your toe, like your whole body's screwed.
Yeah.
Compensatory, yes.
So I want to encourage you, Captain Morgan. Yes, my back and spine. If you, JJ did a healing this morning on the couch on my channel.
She healed your couch?
I did.
It's amazing. Can you?
I was paid in loose change and popcorn kernels.
That's awesome.
Magical like that. So it's at the end of, so you don't have to watch the whole show. Don't do that. But I'm just encouraging you to go to just scroll to the end. It's I think like at the hour mark, and then the healing happens. But I feel like is really directed to you. I feel like it was for all of us, but I feel like for you, you would really benefit from it, that healing from this morning. And I did pull a couple cards for you, and the victories for you. The victory's yours. You are now driving that bus of your of your past, and you will heal and expand and move forward. It will no longer drive your bus. You're driving the bus, not your trauma, right?
You're the bus driver.
You're the bus driver. Blessings.
Now, is it the short bus? Probably.
Any bus will do.
Any bus.
You're in charge.
Any bus, as long as the wheels on the bus are going round and round. Okay, we're gonna go to JR. Nicole's already picking some things up.
Okay.
So I love how spirit works, because it's always a person jumping in to push while you're thinking of someone else. But she is coming with this. The first thing that came was, I see you with kaleidoscope eyes.
I just got the chills.
Yeah, which which I think is just that it's beyond seeing, right? That it's I'm with you, I see you, I'm part of you, right? It's beyond just seeing. And that kaleidoscope is, to me, it always is representative of that mandala, right? The mandala of the healing of shapes and colors in that moving space where she just is not. She says, "There's nothing. There is nothing. There is nothing. There's nothing to feel guilty about." That she is so fine where she is. She is so there is nothing lingering but what you hold on to. And that it is okay to release that energy and release that guilt and release that sense of a heaviness that you feel in your chest sometimes and even in your throat a little bit. If she she's like showing the energy of pulling that energy from you, like trying to release you of the energy. But and again, she's she's not impatient with you. She's loving, patient, waiting for you to be ready. But when you can release it, it will go and be transformed by the universe.
She gives me the sense of like the mother of all.
Mm-hmm.
She has that energy about her.
Are there 4 or 4? I don't know if that's 4 kids.
She's calling all my babies. You know what I mean? Like
Month of April. I don't know what 4 is, if 4 has any meaning.
Are you still here, JR? Did we put you to sleep?
Sometimes that does happen.
Yeah, that's okay. The message still goes there.
Exactly. So, yeah, I just, there's nothing being held. There's nothing to be, there's, if you're still, feel that guilt or that, those, go ahead and, take that opportunity to kind of look at that and release and heal. But what she's shining onto you from the other side is all love. And my beautiful baby, you know what I mean? It's like it's not even in her radar. But she is there to help you work through whatever you are here in your challenges here as you continue to move about the planet. She shows that she's still around all of her. Again, I get the feeling the mother of all. She's around a lot of. I don't know if she also had grandchildren or nieces and nephews. But
Or if she's a caregiver of young spirits.
Yeah, too. Yeah. Yeah, because they're all around her. So anyways, she's just sharing that love and light with you, JR. So if you come back on and listen.
I got a really clear visual of the wonderment of, they showed me a rock and they're like, what's hidden underneath the rock? Like look for what's hidden. And they like picked the rock up, and like with little kids or even me now, like it's just like, ooh, what are you going to see under the rock? Are there worms or, that sort of like really fun, playful energy. And I also feel like her hands are on your shoulders at times. Is what I get.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Yep.
Good.
Were you
Okay,
doing
we are at 1 hour 10 minutes. I don't know if Nicole's family actually want to visit with her.
My teenagers are out there with grandparents that they haven't seen in like 5 years. I'm sure they're having a fabulous time.
I'm like,
I'm like, yes, why, yes.
yeah, we might need to release Nicole since she drove all day to be there.
Oh, it's been such a blast, and thank you so much, everyone, for letting me join in with the fun and inviting your spirits in, and the computer stayed on.
Yay!
Yeah.
We did it.
Barely.
We'll call this a win.
Yeah.
So
a
I
win.
hope to see you all again sometime if I'm invited back. And
Anytime. Yeah.
yeah, I would love to. It's wonderful to see everybody getting in touch with the beyond, and love to, of course, always love to see my Tri-Unity friends. So, all right. Love you, JJ. Love you, Debbie.
Love
to all
you.
of the rest of you, and I will see you next time.
Okay, thanks for joining us.
Yay.
Bye now.
If you're okay, Debbie, there is one thing throughout all of the readings, it all went to like the throat area. Would you be okay, for just to do like some throat energy? I know we're going to be on Kevin's doing the same thing soon, but just for the people here, would you be okay with that?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. So if everybody wants to go ahead and join in, it can, I'm going to focus on the throat area, but if anybody else wants to take their healing hands and place it wherever it is on their bodies, just enjoy this and co-create with us with this beautiful healing energy. So when we're thinking about the throat area, it's always good to like write down. It's okay to think about things, but also write down things that maybe things that you wish you had said, maybe saying them a little bit better. Is that what you wrote down? It's just you have to get those things out of your throat space. And while you're working at it, write a little love note to yourself, because your ears and your heart might want to like hear like, hey, for mine, it would be like, dear JJ, I know that being a human is really hard sometimes and you get really distracted, but I just really appreciate it when you take time to out for yourself. And I know that that's hard, but thank you so much for doing it. Sincerely, me. Like little love notes,
Super
it's
important to release the trauma that
yeah.
you have spoken or that you have given,
Mm-hmm.
and also releasing the trauma that has been given to you.
Yeah.
That has made you quiet. So or not speak, right? So there's there's a duality here going. So you have the trauma that has come in to this energy center, and the trauma that has gone out from the energy center as well, that you hold on to the, oh, I wish I didn't, you look back on it, and
Yeah.
go, I wish I didn't say that, but you hold on to that energy still. So it's time to release, and you can hear it in my voice too. So let's do some more release. Yeah, this human thing is hard.
So hard.
So hard.
When you're in the heat of the moment, you may not say the right, it's like you're feeling something, but it may not come out the way you want it to. And then when you're saying something, if it doesn't land where you want it to land, like if you just really want somebody to hear you and they're not, that can just be devastating. Yeah. And it could be things that you are not even aware of that you're holding on in your throat area. It could be, I like saying things like, from the beginning of my time to right now, I release whatever is stuck in my throat. I release, I just release what is no longer needed there. From the beginning of my time to right now, whether aware or unaware. And you can just let it go. And they also brought in, when we started doing it, they brought in this golden thread, and they were like pulling the golden thread through like, I don't know, ear floss. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
So be gentle with yourselves. And if you would love some more energy healing, we'll be on Kevin's channel. That's all we're doing, is giving you some energy. Come co-create with us.
yeah. Let's connect collectively tonight on Kevin's channel.
Yep. And that should be coming up soon.
For about 40 minutes.
Yeah.
All right.
You guys have enough for a pee break. Grab a snack and some tea.
Tea and snack. Water, lots of water, guys.
Yeah. And thank you so much for coming out and being vulnerable.
Mm-hmm.
Some of these, you ask for these healings, or messages, you're just not sure which direction they're going to go to. And I really love the community here. It feels safe to me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I see a lot of new names. So thank you for coming over to my channel. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Viviani and Sharon Sipe, for moderating, and others as well. Prince Charming's mom.
Yes, I love that. Go take a shower, hair wash. Yes, wash. You know what? That's a great idea. Yes, and energy. Use the energizing water. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Well, good luck. I hope that people are able to sleep well tonight.
Mm-hmm.
The pain, maybe the pain will be a little less for some people. Do you have anything coming up, Debbie, besides Kevin's thing?
Tonight, and then the regulars tomorrow. I do the fur babies, the animal reading.
Oh, yeah.
At 2 p.m. Eastern. And so if you have fur babies and you want to connect with them, live or past, we love meeting your babies. And they don't have to be fur. They can be all types of.
They can be scaly.
They can be scaly.
Yeah, actually, Mark did a reading for my bearded dragon.
I've done dragons myself.
Yeah.
Yeah. So please join me there if you're interested in that. And that is on my channel tomorrow. And then the Women Empowering Women night is tomorrow night. It's going to be interesting one. It's going to be a fun one, I think.
How much work do you do on that beforehand?
So it used to be a lot more because we all would choose someone to read. And so now one person's in charge. So it's on my channel tomorrow night. So I'm in charge. So
Mhm.
I've already, chosen who it's either a topic or a person from the past that we do the mediumship readings on,
Mhm.
and then bringing in messages and opening up for questions and stuff. So it's super fun. So for me tomorrow night, it's a lot of work.
Mhm.
I'm in charge, but I already nailed some of it down, so it won't be
Nice.
so hard. Yeah, so that's tomorrow. Big day.
Big day. All right. Well, thank you, everybody.
Blessings. Thank you, JJ, for having me.
Yeah, thanks for pushing my buttons. It was my first time.
For her first time on live stream, you did.
Yeah. All right. Good night, everybody.
Mhm.